Hi, this is Jamie from Reason Funding. In today's video, we're going to go over the Reason Funding reporting features. I'm going to start off with our fundraising dashboard. We've reviewed this in a previous email, but I want to kind of do a real quick recap for you. So to get to the fundraising dashboard, you would click on Fundraising and then Dashboard. When it opens, the default view is going to be on a month to date. You can toggle the view just by coming over to the date selector and choosing what date range you want to see. The options are year to date, last 60 days, last 90 days, or you can put in a custom date range. The data displayed on the fundraising dashboard will show you total donations during the given time period, percent of donations that were online, percent of donations that were offline, total number of donors, percentage of recurring donors, and your average donation. It will also show you your donation history comparison this year versus last year, donation by fund, which is displayed in a percentage. You can also toggle the view in this report. Donations by state, which shows you where your donations are coming from. And again, you can toggle the date range in this report. Donations by frequency, which shows you a one-time donations versus monthly donations. And then down below, the transaction manager. I'm going to go over to the reports. So again, fundraising, and then last menu item, reports. In a previous video, we've covered the transaction manager. I'm not going to go over that one again. I'm going to start off with the top line fund detail report. If you've created funds in the system, the top line fund detail report will show you the amount of donations given to each fund. It won't give you by line item, it's just going to give you a top level view. Again, so I've got two funds that are set up in this particular organization, and I can view this information by choosing or toggling the date range. The date range options are today, yesterday, last 7 days, last 30 days, this month, last month, and then a custom date range. So to run this report, I would choose the date range and then hit Run Report. The report's going to display the fund name, the total amount given during that time frame to the fund, the number of transactions, the average donation, and then the high donation amount. Your options are to view this is you can view this here in the dashboard, but you can also export it out to a CSV file, an Excel file, or a PDF, or you can also print it. The next report that we'll view is the fund detail report. Now the fund detail report will actually show you more detail on like who is given to each particular fund. So again, you would select your date range. So I'm going to look at the last 90 days. You can have the option to filter the report by all funds, or you can look at a particular fund. So I'm going to look at all funds on this report and then click Run Report. So when the report loads, the information displayed will show donor name, the fund that they gave to, the payment, transaction date, the transaction ID, the amount given, and the frequency of the donation. You have the option to toggle the view or filter each one of these columns just by clicking on it, and it'll change the way that the information is displayed. The next report is the new donor report. So this report will check the donor database against existing donors and display any donor information or any donation that shows up as new. So right now I've got 2 new donors listed on this report. And again, you can toggle this information or filter it by date range. So I'm going to choose the last 60 days. I'm going to sort it by name, and then I'm going to run my report. So this is a really useful report if you want to keep track of who your new donors are. Maybe you want to send them a thank you email or a thank you card, or add them to maybe a prospect list if they are their donations in significant amount, or if maybe you want to reach out to them about becoming a recurring donor. The next report is one of my favorite reports. This is the top donor report. So what this report displays is a list of your top donors. It basically ranks them like a college football ranking report, ranking poll. So again, you can choose how you want the information displayed. So the options are today, yesterday, last 7 days, last 30 days, last 90 days, last 3 months, last 6 months, last 12 months, or a custom date range. So I'm going to look at the last 6 months. My source is going to be all donors. Report criteria. You can choose to have the report generate for all donors, or if you just want to look at your top 25, you can choose that and click report. So the way that the information is compiled in the report is it lists by rank, donor name, street address, city, state, zip, phone number, email address, the amount given, and the number of gifts. So this amount given is basically a total of the donations that they have given over this period of time that you have selected. And that's how by amount given. So again, with each one of the reports, there you'll see like a hyperlink. So it's linked up to our donor CRM. So then immediately if you want to start prospecting that donor, send them a thank you email, you can do that immediately by just clicking on that hyperlink and opening up their contact information. So this is also a really good report to generate if you want to get some specific contact information for your top donors. So you have the option again to export this information out to a CSV, an Excel, or a PDF, or print it off. So that concludes today's tutorial on our basic reason funding donation reports. We thank you. Have a good day.